myself. I'm Tina. I'm living in Berlin, Germany, and I'm working in a tax department here, and I'm so excited about the WEED mentor mentor 7. Yes, and I was not attend yesterday because of work, so I would share just like some experience from myself about perception and greed. Like, for example, my ex-man, he is a very he is a person who get really fast angry, and I know that it is not himself. It is like because he was affected from the environment where he come from, where he because of the religion, also because of the the education or something like that, and it's just he's affected by the outside, but actually everybody, they have her true, the inner truth, and it's like a garden, and when you put it depends on what which seed you put in your garden. So actually he don't want to be like that, but it is like because of the circumstance, because of the environment, because of a lot of other things, culture and everything others. And so when he get angry or when he just behavior in the way I don't like, actually, but I try to see him as like empty, like I don't know how to explain that, but then I can get it easier to forgive him, or to like and I try to feel like it earned, and so I can easier to to forget, and
Accept
so
the difference.
accept, and so it's like my experience.
Yeah, so that's how you apply the knowledge in your life, right?
Yes, yes.
Congratulations. Yeah.
Lòng biết ơn, gratitude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Gratitude,
uh,
appreciation, and gratitude.
appreciate. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, how long have you been living there?
In Berlin,
Yes. How long again?
15 years.
15 years.
Yeah,
So
about, yeah.
did you join with Germany with
Yeah, I already in with Germany. Actually, I know about it since 1 or 2 months, and I already did the I already I did the test to get in the class mentor 7, because I know I know about it because of Mr. Swan.
Yeah.
He also in Germany, and also from Miss Phương Dung in Berlin. Yeah, so I hear about it, and it's so it's so I don't know how to describe, but I really want to learn, and to become a mentor, and yes, because it's really
Congratulations.
helpful not only our lives, for the for ourselves, also for our children, and also like for the job, for my for my work. So I when it is, you can apply it in the work day, at work. So this
Yeah,
is
thanks a lot and congratulations, Mentor 7. Yeah, it
good.
could apply in any field because this knowledge belongs to human being, and where there is human, we can apply it at work, at home, or anywhere. When we interact with people, so we could use it, and even when we interact with ourselves, it's the most important part. Until we could understand about ourselves, we could love, we could tolerance, and we could be in a peace with ourselves. We could do the same with others. That's what I realized. Because we do something that make others suffer because we couldn't master our inner being. We even don't want to do it, but we don't know why we still do it. Until we understand about our inner being, we know that what we are expecting, why we want that, and what is the desire we would like to have. So we will could easier to choose the best way for ourselves and for others. And the most precious value in this philosophy to me is we know about our inner truth. We know that we always could rely on our inner truth, the will to see, to say, to hear, and to know. So we will accept everything as it is. We will not expect, or we will not try to change or try to own or do anything. Just know what it is, like it is. So that's the most important and valuable like present for me when I join this journey. So whenever circumstances happened not in the way we like, we could always have a pause, like the what we call that emptiness, inner emptiness, right? The inner emptiness for some second or just a second, and then easier for us to choose how we interact or how we react. So I think today we will learn more and deeper about this, how we could master our inner being with Ko An Trang. Yesterday we learned about 16 human nature already, so we could see the record. To learn more about that, we will know how our human being work inside. Yeah. So
Can I have one question? Where can I get the record of the lessons?
yes, I will send in the chat box for you later, huh?
Okay, thank you.
Yes. Thank you so much for your sharing, and I wish that in this journey you will find the answer for all your questions, and you find your inner peace, happiness, the true happiness. Yeah, not not rely on something often changed by the time and space, but we will rely on something that unchanged over time and space. That is our inner truth. I really appreciate your sharing. And I see McCann here. Hello. Is convenient for you to share with us something about the last lesson?
Yes, I think I can share something about.
Hmm. Thank you.
So currently I don't have my book with me, but if I remember correctly, there was a graph of like net of human alignments. The graph where it was negative and positive at one side.
Yeah.
Uh,
16 human natures.
okay, 16 human natures.
Yes.
So I realized that there is also a positive uh, counterpart to what we see as the 7 like bad habits. You will say tham sân si mạn nghi ác kiến, like that. There's
You could
7.
use
Yeah.
your book if you
I
want.
don't have my book currently because I just moved houses, so I don't have.
Yep.
So I realized that there is actually a positive view on those 7 uh, 7 emotions, I would say.
7.
7 actions. One of like the tham sân si mạn nghi ác kiến. There's 7 positive
Yeah. You
views
just
toward
say
that.
that human nature.
Yeah, human
Our nature.
nature. So at first I didn't think that there would be a positive view on on those natures at first, but then I realized, yeah, and I
Cô
found.
Kelly ơi, cô Kelly, please help me a little bit. My baby cry hard, so please allow me some minutes. Please continue your sharing, Mạnh Khang. Yeah, allow me to leave for a few minutes.
Okay. Uh, that's what I realized the most about the class yesterday. But currently, I don't have my book, so I couldn't really share much. That's all.
Yeah, thank you, Mạnh Khang. Um, I saw your mother in Hanoi. When I visited Hanoi last week,
Oh,
and
that's nice.
she told me about you very much. Yeah, she's very proud of you. Yeah, and I met her at WBO in Hanoi.
Oh, I
Yeah.
do. Yeah.
So very happy to see like and the people with the same language like that. And
Thank
she
you.
also invited us a very delicious meal. Yeah, thank you for that. Yeah. Um, okay, Mạnh Khang, can you help to say something within 3 minutes while I do something, and we will start jump into the lesson, okay?
I don't think I can say it.
You can say anything, just within 3 minutes. Okay, I
Mm.
believe in you. You can tell us about the previous lesson or the previous of the previous lesson, whatever.
Uh, so I would say for the past few lessons, it has been really interesting to find out another point of view on that. I've realized that we have so many different emotions, 84,000 more just emotions just changing rapidly. So you can't just and also there's emptiness and what's sự chân thật in English again?
Yeah, the inner truth.
Oh, the inner truth.
Yeah.
Also, I've remembered the story about the inner truth, where you should, where we always cling to things that usually just change a lot. So that's why we can't live a peaceful and happy life. But I realized that when we cling to the inner truth, which is the only thing that couldn't change through space and time, there would be a way to make our lives more peaceful and happy.
Yeah.
That's all.
Thank you. I know that you always have things to share with us. Thank you very much. Okay. Thank you so much for your presence and your sharing, everyone. And now we're going to welcome our teacher. Yeah. Right now, let us Okay, let us warmly welcome a truly special and radiant woman, Miss Trang. She is a master of WITK03, and she currently holding a PhD in education and is also on the Mentor a Wit journey. She carries a heartfelt aspiration to build and nurture the WIT community in USA, and that is also where she lives now, and where she shares her values, and not only just remarkable talents in academics. She's also a pioneer who has led numerous inner being and financial awareness workshops in English, like this journey, connecting and inspiring the international community. Yeah, and with deep appreciation and heartfelt respect, let us show her hearts and blooming flowers as we welcome Miss Trang into our Zoom today. Yeah. Miss Trang, please.
Hello everyone. Thank you very much, cô Kelly. Thanks for the great introduction. That took a while to finish. Chào cô Gemma, chào các anh chị. Hello, Pierre Anthony. I think I saw you came in previous lessons, and but you didn't manage to stay for the whole lesson, I think. Today's session we're going to continue from the previous ones. So if anyone have any questions related to your previous lessons, then please do ask away, because otherwise if we missed the previous lessons, then today may not make much sense to you. But for all of you who already attend PreMentor 7 K01 in English, some of this information, this knowledge will build upon that as well. So what you from K01 you basically know about it, now we raise it up to the next level by understanding more about the knowledge that we have shared previously. Okay. So far we have already talked about the inner truth. Yeah. So within the human energetic structure, we have talking about we're talking about the inner truth. We have already explained what is it and how can we get it. And then yesterday, moving on to talk about the 16 human nature. We explained what do they mean, and also we have already looking at the amplitude of the fluctuations of the human nature. Yeah. So there's 16 of them, and the outside, greed, anger, delusion, arrogance, skepticism, evil, view, natures are those natures that got fluctuate the most. Okay. Today we're going to with the outside layer, which is the 84,000 illusory bubbles, is basically have another name in scientific term. We call it emotion. Also in folk terminology we call it emotion. So, and everyone know what does emotion mean, so we don't really need to explain it. This is another research that has been done in previous quite a lot. There's a great research has been done by a group of scientists, and they have named about 32,000 different emotions. But for now, that research has been closed off and haven't been continued yet, because the researcher who led that research has passed away, and no one's continued his work. So far, science has found out and named about 32,000 different emotions, which Buddhist knowledge they have already let us know that there are 84,000 illusory bubbles. Okay, and the outside body, the outside of layer of the emotions, we had 4 great body elements, which include earth, water, air, and fire. Okay, if we be able to, okay, so let's talk a little bit about the 8 great harmonious. Okay, maybe we'll leave it another time. So we're gonna move on to talk about the rest of the information on the diagram now. Yeah. So the 3 fields: evil deeds, good deeds, merit. What are these? What are these? So there's 3 types, 3 fields: evil deed, good deed, and merit. So first, evil deed. This evil deed, I'm not going to write down, so if you have a pen, marker, paper, you could write them down. Yeah. I see that Kokeli already put the Vietnamese meaning in the chat box. Right. Evil deed is corresponding to the negative electromagnetic. So we have the positive and negative charge here. So the evil deed corresponds to negative electromagnetic energy. It's formed when causing suffer to others. So when you're causing other pains, when you're making other unhappy, right? That is when we form bad evil deed. Okay, and is contained within the human nature shell. So that's what what is mean when we say is evil deed. It's basically just the name for the negative electromagnetic energies within us that has been formed throughout our life when we cause suffering to other people, when we cause other pains, when we make other people unhappy, either directly or indirectly. Okay, so that's what does it mean with bad evil deed. Okay. Good deed is the opposite of evil deed. Good deeds correspond to positive electromagnetic energy. It accumulates when we make others happy, and also is contained within the human nature shell. Yeah. So good deed correspond to the negative electromagnetic energies. Is formed when we cause others suffer. Okay. And good deed good deed is correspond to the positive electromagnetic energies is accumulate. So with good deed we say that we accumulate it, but with evil deed we say that it's formed within us. Okay? So we accumulate good deeds by making others happy. Okay, when we in either directly or indirectly we make others happy, then we accumulate good deeds. Okay, so it's just another name for positive electromagnetic energy within us. And merit. So, where is merit? Start in our human energetic structure. So, merit corresponds to the balanced electromagnetic energy. Okay, so this is the yellow circle here. It corresponds to the balanced electromagnetic energy contained within the self of the inner truth, and accumulate when we help others raise their inner awareness and wisdom. And this is the wisdom level, the third levels of wisdom. We will figure out what is the third level of wisdom when we talk about the topic of wisdom later on in the next sessions. Okay. So in other words, helping others recognize the inner truth within themselves. So whenever we talk to anyone, we share this information with anyone, and they recognize the inner truth within themselves, that's the time we accumulate merit. Isn't that simple? And according to Buddhist reference system, merit is accumulated when we help others achieve enlightenment and liberation. Okay, that takes some work to do if we want to help anyone to achieve enlightenment and liberation, right? And when the merit is generated, it helps people balance their inner being and open their wisdom, balance their inner being and awaken their wisdom. So that's what does it mean about merit. Okay? So merit is correspond to the balance electromagnetic energy. So it's balanced and is contained within the inner truth, the shelter of inner truth. It's accumulate when we help others raise their inner awareness and wisdom. Okay, so accumulates when we help to order to raise their inner awareness and wisdom, and this is the third level of wisdom. Okay, so whenever we help other people to raise their inner awareness and raise their level of wisdom to the third level, then we be able to accumulate merit. And another way to do it is, according to Buddhist reference, we accumulate merit when we help others achieve enlightenment and liberation. Okay. Help others achieve enlightenment and liberation. And when you have merit, or you be able to generate this merit within yourself, your inner being will be very balanced, and your wisdom will be awakened as well. Okay. So that's the basic knowledge about evil deed, good deed, and merit. There's a story in the history. There's a few stories actually. There's a story about the Buddha. Okay, the Buddha and the king, and the name of the king is Ling Wang Yu. That is his name when we translate to English, but in Vietnamese his name is Lương Vũ Đế. Okay, in English we call him. His original is the story from China. So his name is Ling Wu Yi. Right, so that he's the king. Let's just call him the king. It's much easier to call his name. Right, so the king and the Buddha. Yeah. Thanks, Kojima. Right. So the king who helped the Buddha to build a temple, and the king did so many things to help the Buddha on his journey, spreading his message. And then one day the king asked the Buddha that does he have any merit, because he have done so much things, so much good things, okay, to contribute to the spreading knowledge of the Buddha, and he have done so many good things to help people when he worked alongside with the Buddha. Okay. Then the Buddha was saying that no merit, no virtue, haven't doing all that. And then when he said that, the king got quite upset, and he said that, oh my God, I have done all of that for you and your disciple and for the people around you, and yet there's no merit, no virtue. Basically what the Buddha was saying, that he haven't actually gained any good deed or merit at all. So the king asked another question. Then, do I have accumulate good deed? Then the Buddha said that you have immeasurable good deeds. So all of the good things that the king did, helping to build a temple, helping providing food, accommodation, shelter for all the disciples, and helping people around Buddha, only help him to accumulate good deeds, and those are immeasurable good deeds. But relate to merit, he got zero. He got zero. So just like balance. Okay. So all of what we do in this life, majority of it to making other people happy, help other to help other happy, etc. Those are helping us to accumulate good deeds only. And sometimes our actions we can see as virtuous might potentially accumulate evil deeds. For example, there's a story on the news once. Okay, there's a philanthropist. He wants to provide free porridge for the people who go to the hospital. Okay, and who go to the hospital because some of them are quite poor. They came from many suburb areas to go into the city, to go into the hospital of the city to treat some of their illness. And then he start cooking porridge and distribute it to the patients at the hospital. Obviously, he accumulates good deeds, right, with the patient because he provide them food, make them happy. It's free porridge, so everyone happy. He accumulates good deeds. However, the canteens of the hospital, they also cook porridge every day for the patient to go down there to buy food. Okay, and because the philanthropist has provide the patients with free porridge, all the food that been cooked at the canteens go to waste because no one buy it. Okay, and in turn, that's philanthropist when he's accumulate good deeds with the patient, but with the staff of the hospital or with the hospital itself, he form evil deeds. Right? Because he have done things that make some other people unhappy, okay, or technically causing suffer for the staff of the hospital, specifically the staff who work at the canteens. So we must be careful. That's why we accumulate good deeds. He accumulates good deeds with the patient. Okay. He might be accumulate evil deeds toward the business owners in the canteens, the staff in the canteens, and subsequently this get reported to the hospital director and then to the authorities, and the authorities of that area comes in to request him to stop the porridge distribution. Okay. So some people do charity in local areas and they think that they are wealthy and good, but without coordination with local authority, how can they know who is truly suffering because that charity things that they do, right? So after doing charity, when people like it and praise them, they feel pleased. Then people blame the local authority because they might say that, oh, these philanthropists, the people who do charity, they came from far away and giving them food, giving them all of the stuff. Why the authority there don't really care much about them? So technically we do good deeds, but then we cause people to blame the local authority. You understand this point? You understand what I mean? Yeah? That's why when we do anything in life, when we start a business, we do a good thing, we have to consider certain things that affect certain people. And but then how do we know if we affect other people or not? Then there's a guidance. There's a guidance for us to be able to satisfy all the government, the wealthy people in that area, and the people belong that the people that who we helping. Okay. So this, if we follow this diagram, then we'll be safe when we conduct business or when we do operate any charity work. So this triangle starts with the government. We have three main powers, that is the government, the wealthy, and the people. Okay. Whatever we do and we want the government to support us, we want the wealthy to assist us, we want the people to agree with us. So a number of people, we want to get their collective agreement. Okay. collectively agree So if we want to get the people collectively agree and the government supports, the wealthy assist us, then we must, this is what we must do. Okay? With the government, we have to let go of the fame that we got praise from the people when we do anything good. Okay? There's a people will praise us, they will admire us. So those are the fame that will be given when we do create value for other people. Okay? And if we know how to let go, how to release the fame, the greed of fame, okay? The fame or the greed of fame be given to us when we determine to do something that of value to others. Yeah, then the government will support us. Okay? With the wealthy, we have to let go of the greed for wealth, because as the wealthy, they love their wealth, don't they? And if we come in and we take that kind of that wealth away, then how can they assist us? So with the wealthy, and we want to get their assistance, we must let go of the greed for wealth or release wealth. And return that wealth back to the wealthy, which belong to them. Okay. All the wealthy people, they want to help other people, but when other people becomes wealthier than them, they don't really like it. We must acknowledge that the fact. Okay. And it's the same for most people, because of greed and perception lived in our life, right? So if we, let's say for example, you have the friend in the same class as you, okay, and then later on in life you see that they somehow, their life is better off than you. They don't do anything much, but they are happier than you, they're wealthier than you. You don't tend to like it within yourself. You feel a certain unhappiness. Okay. Hi, chào cô Diệu Vân. So if you try to get this straight, right. And that is what we also need to release our greed and perception. So if we want to get the people collectively agree with us, okay, we definitely have to let go of our greed and perception. So we release our personal greed and perception. Release our personal greed and perception. Okay, and by doing that, by satisfying the government, the wealthy, the people, we're able to get their support, their assistance, and their agreement. Okay. So from now on in our life, put this in mind whenever you do something, create a project, initiate a project, helping anyone, or basically do anything big. Then it's very important you keep this in mind, and do not get attached to fame, do not get attached to wealth, and as well as release your personal greed and perception. So that's the first step that we need to do. Okay, and there's a saying that when if good deeds exist bad deeds, then our life is in the good condition. Yeah, if good deeds exist bad deeds, then our life is good condition. But when good deeds run out, bad deeds will rise up. So evil deeds will rise up. So when evil deeds exist, when the good deeds exist bad deeds, then our life is kind of okay. But when good deeds run out, all the evil deeds will rise up. So, and while good deeds remain in our life, okay, our life still bearable. But when there's no more good deeds remains, okay, there will be all the undesirable outcome happen in our life. So just imagine each day we have the seed, okay? Each day we have the seed, and this is the seed of good deeds, the seed. Each day we accumulate certain seed. Okay. Each day we accumulate seeds of good deeds and merit. Okay, so each day when you wake up, you haven't accumulated anything yet, obviously. When you wake up in your storage, you already have a certain number of seeds of good deeds and merit to spend. Okay, then we can compare it to the fact that we have been accumulating sufficient good deeds, and when your life has enough good deeds, okay, it will sprout good fortune. So good deeds is equivalent to desirable outcomes happen in our life. And what we want in life is to achieve desirable outcome, right? Remember the formula that we have discussed previously. So good cause, in other words, good seed, good cause, in other words, good seed, plus favorable conditions equals desirable outcome. And desirable outcome is what we want in life. So we want to accumulate as much as good deeds in our life as possible. And there's a factors that affect our good deeds and merit. There's a factor that affects our good deeds and merit. The factor that affects our good deeds and merit. We have few of them in here. First is resentment. So we want to avoid resentment as much as possible in our life. Okay. What is resentment? When we resent other people, then our inner state, the inner state of a person when present other people will automatically have is negative, will form negative electromagnetic energy. So when a person who resents someone, okay, instantly they charge into themselves the negative electromagnetic energy, and all the positive electromagnetic energy in them automatically turn into negative when they start resenting, when someone starts resenting. And with women, there's a difference between women and men with resentment. Women easily lose good deeds due to resentment, because woman body structure contains more negative electromagnetic energy. It's about 55%. So it's easier to lower to negative. Yeah, so the woman body energetic structure contains 55% of the negative electromagnetic energy. Yeah, and that's why when women start resenting, it's easier to lower to negative. and when a woman resent, okay, then they lose good deed very easily, okay. And the fact is that most of us women, we lost good deeds daily. Sometimes we resent just a tiny little thing in life. So if women can stop resenting, everything they do create good deeds. Okay. Thank you. Good, Kelly. Whereas, on the other hand, men quickly lose good deeds due to resentment. Because men's body structure contains 55% of positive electromagnetic energy. So, if we say that in reality, men rarely resent, resenting. But when they do develop a resenting mind, yeah, now certainly whatever they do, whenever men resent, they destroy all the good deeds fastest. And if we look at the family in reality, in our society, when women in a family, when the woman start resenting, their marriage may not break down yet, but when the man develop a resenting mind, okay, or when the men in the family start resenting, that have a resentment, then the marriage face great risk. Because if woman blame but the man maintains normalcy, then the risk of marriage breakdown isn't high. Okay, if we focus on resenting, it's kind of darkness, right? So let's focus on something that helps us lift us up and stay away from resentment throughout our life. And we have been pronounced by the sage, our head teachers. He's told us that the appreciation and gratitude will erase resentment. Okay? So in order to avoid living in resentment, we need to maintain the meditation of appreciation and gratitude in our life. So if you have maintained the meditation of appreciation and gratitude throughout your day, then resentment will be erased. Okay. Another factors that affect our good deed and merit, that is arrogance. And similar to resentment, arrogance lose good deeds. Okay, arrogance lose good deeds. Men easily lose good deeds due to arrogance. On the other hand, women quickly lose good deeds due to arrogance. So basically, arrogance is kind of opposite to resentment. With resentment, women easily lose good deeds, and men quickly lose good deeds. But with arrogance, men easily lose good deeds, and women quickly lose good deeds. Okay. So we see in life that most of the time, in reality, men tend to have the tendencies of being arrogant, right? That may happen a lot, but they only lose little bit of good deeds. But when a woman starts being arrogant, okay, all of her good deeds instantly turning into the negative energies. So all the positive electromagnetic energy in herself, okay, immediately turn into negative. And to avoid being arrogant, okay, we need to maintain the mentalities of humbleness. So, humbleness. Humbleness erase arrogant. Humbleness. This is another factor that also affects our good deeds and merit. They are called anger and delusion. Anger and delusion. Anger and delusion. So, anger and delusion is basically the same for both genders, men and women. Okay, there's the certain amount of good deed they lose are equal, not different. But if we observe our society, observe the characteristics of men and women, we will see that men tend to get anger more than women, right? And women tend to be deluded more than men, tend to be more ignorant, if we say in another word, tend to be ignorant more than men. Okay, so how can we remove anger and delusion in our life? By maintaining inner peace. Inner peace. If you live in inner peace, then anger and delusion, okay, is counteract. So inner peace counteract anger and delusions. Inner peace removes anger and delusions. Okay. The last factor that affects our good deed, okay, the last factor that make us lose all of our good deeds is sexual misconduct. Sexual misconduct deplete our good deeds. In reality, when an incident occurs between men and women, if people naturally develop resentment, then obviously they will lose good deeds, because mainly by causing sufferings for each other, causing suffering for other people, right? Okay. So in order to stay away from sexual misconduct, we need to hold on to wisdom-based ethics and philosophy. Okay? Wisdom-based ethics and philosophy. If you have a philosophy to live, then you will keep yourself stay away from sexual misconduct. Good deeds are like a mountain of money. Even a match can burn it. Merit is like a mountain of gold. It's hard to burn, but easy to tarnish. Yeah? Good deeds are like a mountain of money. So we compare good deed to the mountain of money. Even a match can burn it. It can burn down easily just with a little match. Whereas merit is like a mountain of gold. It's hard to burn, but easy to tarnish. Yeah. For example, whether people do good deeds like raising children or caring for their spouse or nurturing someone for let's say 5 to 10 years. the moment they start resenting, the moment they start getting angry with them, okay, the moment they become arrogant, in an instant, everything they've done in the last 10 years go down the drain, basically disappear. So don't blame people, don't resent people, okay, because after 10 years of love and care, just a moment or just a years of resenting other people, the moment we start resenting, everything we done disappear in other people's eyes, okay, and only unpleasant things remain. If we understand that, whatever good deeds we do, no matter how much, in an instant it can be lost. So don't rely on doing good deeds and thinking that you save for life, okay? Because you can do whatever, helping many people as much as possible, thinking you are good, okay? Helping people for 20 years, 30 years of your life. Then the moment you start resenting, okay, in the 21st year, right, after 20 years, you've been helping other people, but by the 21st years, you start resenting them, okay? Then everything's go down the drain. So avoid resentment, avoid arrogance, avoid anger, delusion, avoid sexual misconduct, as any all of that. But instead of avoiding them, if we remember the principle of light, instead of avoiding negative, okay, let's keep ourselves maintained in the appreciation and gratitude, okay. Let's keep humbleness in ourselves, keep inner peace in ourselves, okay. Follow wisdom-based ethics and philosophy. Then we'll be safe. Yeah. Anyone have any questions here? Another factors, and these factors specifically tarnish our merit, okay, which called stubbornness. 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 Stubbornness, what does it mean? Stubbornness means that we believing in everything we think is right, okay, and other people are not. So only what we think is right, what we believing in is right. Other people is completely on the wrong, okay. Then that's a stubborn. Okay. So then add that to most common types of stubbornness. Okay. Okay. Sorry everyone, I got a baby crying. Give me a couple of minutes, please. It's 4 o'clock in the morning here. So.
He's holding the baby. Okay, Mạnh Khang. Did you get the ID yet?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So, what to do to avoid arrogance?
We should stay humble and.
Yeah. Okay. So, what can we do to avoid anger and delusion?
We find our inner peace inside.
Yeah, inner peace. And what about sexual misconduct?
We go to wisdom-based ethics and philosophy.
Okay. Did you write down?
Yes, I did.
Oh, great. How old are you, Mạnh Khang, again?
I'm 14.
In grade 8, right?
Yes. No, I'm going to grade 9 this year.
Okay. So grade 9. But what is your motivation to study here?
I want to. I joined it because of my first of all my mom, and second of all, I really wanted to spread the word of this information in English. When I heard there was an English course, I was so excited to because I want to show others uh, around the world about this knowledge.
Oh well, great. And you know that this like this kind of English is not really like it's not like communicative English, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, it's good. Very good. So you are super talented. Yeah. Welcome, Miss and Trang, come back.
Thanks for your patience.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good news. Man Kang had already run 21 kilometers. Awesome. Then the next target will be 42 kilometers, right? Oh, if you're a brave man.
Me too.
Okay. Sooner or later you have to do it, Cô Kelly. Unavoidable.
Yeah, sure, Miss and Trang, I will.
So stubbornness. There's a two types of stubbornness. One is nihilistic view. That means we believe in things. We believe that there is one life, that we only have this life, and all there is. No afterlife, no previous life, and therefore we're living only for the pleasures of this life. Okay. On the other hand, there's another thing we call eternalistic view. So there's those people who have eternalistic view. They believe that there's many lives, many cycle of lives, okay, many reincarnation. So if you cannot accomplish something in this life, you can continue to do it in the next life. Okay, and in order to avoid being stubbornness, okay, we need to maintain the inner emptiness, and the level wisdom, the third level of wisdom. Okay, so inner emptiness and third level of wisdom counteract stubbornness. Inner emptiness and wisdom, the third level of wisdom, okay, help to counteract or remove stubbornness. That's a complete set. And also, if we be able to practice the 7 important life offering, the 7 life offerings, then this is the best way to help us to maintain the meditation of appreciation and gratitude, be able to live in humbleness, inner peace, wisdom, follow wisdom-based ethics and philosophy, also keeping us staying in the inner emptiness and the wisdom level, third level of wisdom. Okay. So we have something what has been introduced to us from the Buddhist community, and we call it the 7 life offerings. 7 life offerings. 7 important life offerings. Okay. and it start with the face. Start with the face, so we call face offerings. Face offering. That's it when you smile with other people. So when every day you go into Zoom, you smile, you already accumulate good deeds. Easy peasy, right? Secondly, is eyes offering. Eyes offering. Okay, we doing this by giving other people our kind look, our kind gaze, gazing at other people kindly. Kind gaze, kind gaze. There's a few level of when you guys you look at other people, but maybe we discuss this further in the course 7 life offerings. That's it when we have more time discussing about this. But today I only introduce to you this concept so you understand how easy it is, how simple it is to be able to accumulate good deeds in our life by applying the 7 life offerings in our life. Yeah. And thirdly, we have speech offering. Speech offering, that is when we use our word to uplift other people. So kind words. Okay. And the fourth offering we can do to help ourselves accumulate good deeds, that is giving other people heart offerings. Sorry, give me one moment.
Hello, baby. It's still early for the baby to wake up, right? Yes, 3-4 a.m. The same like me. If I wake up any time, the baby will follow. Yeah. There is a connection between mom and like son and daughter, right? Yes. In my master examination presentation, we had a presentation about 7 life offerings. Wow. Yeah. It's interesting. So tomorrow you can tell us more about 7 life offerings, right? A lot of examples. Well, later on, please listen to the to Quảng Trang. But as our master said, if we just do a very small thing, even inside our mind, you may accumulate bad deed already. So the only way to manage our actions is by doing 7 life offerings. We have no choice but only do these 7 things to accumulate merit and good deeds, so it will oversurface or like what overweight the bad deeds. That's how we manage our good cause. Yeah. Thanks for sharing. Thank you for listening.
Thank you for our two hosts keeping the whole session going. Let's continue with heart offering. Heart offering, what is it? Is when we give other people our appreciation and gratitude. Okay. Appreciation and gratitude. That's called heart offering. And the next one is space offering. Space offering. Space offering is when we can be tolerant to other people, maintain our tolerance in life. The sixth offerings is body offerings. And don't take it for the straight meaning of it. You don't offer your body at all. Is what it really means is that, okay, you giving other the act of kindness.
Yeah, I thought that is the black meaning.
Act of kindness. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Act of kindness. Like, for example, when you sit on the bus and you see an elderly walking on the bus, then you stand up and offer your seat to others. Okay, then that's the act of kindness. And the last one we have is position offering. So position offering is not about offering the seat that I have just talked about. Position offering is really what it really means is that you offer the fame, the status in life that you have for other people. Basically, you transfer whatever reality you have, yeah, to other people. You transmit what reality you have. You're giving it to other people. Okay. For example, you have the CEO position in a big company, right? And you do your best to train the person who will be able to replace you in that position. That's called position offering. Okay, you offer other people your status, transmit your reality. Okay, that's a position offering. So by doing these 7 life offerings in life, by doing face, eye, speech, heart, space, body, position offerings, we be able to accumulate good deed and merit. And this is the simplest things that you can do. Even a child, a little kid can also do this, right? Without the need of wealth, the need of money, a need of fame or anything. Anyone can apply this in their life simply in order to accumulate good deeds. Okay. So, anyone have any questions relating to this? Next part, I'm going.
Excuse me, teacher.
Yes.
The word chứa đựng, ánh mắt chứa đựng. So, what is the right word in English?
That's kind gaze.
Yeah. So something like the phrase, like
hold. Okay. That's the next level of eyes offering. Yeah. You hold people in your heart. You use your eye to hold people in your heart. Okay. Just by by the way you're gazing at people, you look at people, they know that you have them in your heart. And sometimes we see those people in life, right? Okay, so to better understand the importance of the amount of good deed and merit, evil deed, and the inner state, we go into get familiar with the concept called material and space. Okay, material and space. And previously we were talking about the seeds of good deed and merit. Okay, in the concept of material and space, we replace the word seed with a scientific term called particles. So in Buddhist, in the human energetic structure, okay, we call this the seed of good deed and merit. But in science they have the word called particle. Right? Because when we look at things with our eyes, right? When we look at things with our eye, everything's around it. We often call the things that we see, the thing that we can touch, the thing that we can feel, we call the material, right? Like the glass that I normally have a glass, but it's gone. Or like a marker here, like this marker, right? This marker is material to most of us. And let me draw this concept so you can visualize things easier, but maybe later. Let me draw this concept so you'll be able to visualize it better. We have the table. Okay, let's say we have, this is the table, and on this table we have a bowl. Okay, so this bowl is materials, this table is material, but the space around the bowl, right, the space, so let's see the light as space around the bowl. We cannot see it, we cannot see this space, we cannot see it at all, so we call it space. Because we cannot see it, we can only see the table, we can only see the bowl. So the table and the bowl are material to us, but the space around it is space, right? Okay. So these are the separation between the table and the bowl. That is the space. So things we can see, things are visible to us, we call it material. Things are invisible to us, we call that space. Yeah, so far that is understandable to most of us. Okay, right, so we can call this, and also there's another name for the things that we can see. We, instead of call the material, we call the is an object. So thing that we can see is an object. And let's say there's a person who looking at this bowl right now. This is the eye of the person. This is the area they're looking at. They're looking at the bowl. So the person with the eyes looking at the bowl, we call this person is the observer. And the object, the things that they're looking at, we call it the observed object. Okay? The bowl that the person looking at, we call it the observed object. So this object is being observed by the observer. Okay. So that is understandable, right? And we go into delve into some more scientific knowledge. to help us grasp this concept that we are going to transform what is called our understanding of material, okay, into a different way. Instead of thinking anything we see, anything we can touch is material, we go into looking at it different way. So before we're doing that, we're going to delve into some specific knowledge, some scientific knowledge. Okay, so let's say, is it true that all material, this world, when we broken it down and further down, they all come into what we call particles, right? As the word in science we call particle. So the seed that I was telling you earlier, in scientifics we have the term particles, seed or particle. Yeah, particles. There's a many particles, many seeds. So it's just a different term has been called by science. That's all. So now we have the connection between particle and the seed of good deed and merit. They just be called differently. Right. So we start with, let's go back to this diagram later. We have particle. Okay, and this particle, we know that as if you've learned science in the secondary school, for example, then most of us, we know that these particles, they constantly moving. So this particle, they're constantly moving, non-stop moving. Scientists have already discovered that atoms that make up material. Okay. Furthermore, they concluded that tiny particles, and those particles, all of them combine, okay, to form our material. Yeah. So people have researched and understood that the composition of material is made up of particles. Yeah, the compositions of materials is made up of particles, and then we calling them such as protons, neutrons, electrons, or many others as well. So we get it to here. It's just basic science, right? So people observe the movement of particles because particles constantly moving. Yeah, so they are observing the movement of these particles, and then they note that the speed of this particle, so the particle that is constantly moving. So the movement, or the constantly moving, right? Moving instead of writing movement. Anyway, so they have movement, they're constantly moving. We know that, yeah. Okay, and when the scientists, they observe the speed of this particle when they're moving, okay, they call it the vibration frequency of particle. Okay, vibration frequency, the energy vibration frequency. Okay, so when these particles moving, they form the energy vibrational frequency. Energy vibrational frequency. Energy vibrational frequency. Right, so when this particle moving, okay, they create the energy vibrational frequency. Yeah. So when these particles move, they emit a vibration frequency outside. which is called the energy vibration frequency. And researchers have found that some particles move with extremely high energy vibrational frequency. Okay, because some of these has moved very moves slow. Some of them when it moves slow. So there's a different speed. So either they move slow, they move fast, or they move super fast, ultra fast, super fast. Okay. Super fast. So there's a different speed of particle movement. There's a 3 different speed. Either it's slow, fast, or super fast. But even when we say slow, you know, our eyes, as a human eyes, we cannot see it, don't we? Right. So, but scientists, they have observed, they have watched this particle moving, and they watch the speed of this particle, and they classify them into 3 categories: either slow movement, fast movement, or super fast movement. Okay. So that means some of these particles move with extreme high energy vibrational frequency. Right. So when it goes super fast, it's like ultra high frequency. Okay. And when it's move fast, it's high frequency. And when it's low, it's low frequency. Okay, so we got low energy vibrational frequency when it moves slow. We have high energy vibrational frequency when it moves fast. And we got ultra high energy vibrational frequency when it moves super fast. Yeah. So simplifying this classification, although there's many lasers or particles. Okay, let's start like observing with my hand. Yeah. So if you say that my hand start moving slowly, when I move my hand slowly, you can see it. Yeah, you can see it quite clearly. Yeah, you can see it. It's invisible. It's visible. Sorry, it's visible to you when I move it. Slow. But when I move my hand faster, right, some of you may see that it starts going blurry, not very clear. And if I have the power, the ability of moving super fast, but I can't. I don't have that ability yet. I'm not a superwoman. So, but you know what I mean? When I be able to move it like super fast, then what happened? It not just is no longer blurry anymore, but technically you cannot see it at all because it's too fast for our eyes to observe, too fast for our eye to see. And then it's become invisible to our eyes. Yeah? We cannot see it. Yeah. Like Kelly said, we see nothing. It's become invisible to our eyes. And scientists have discovered that if particles have energy vibrational frequency that is ultra fast, then they create material that is invisible to our eyes. And when it's become invisible, it's move super fast and form waves. Okay, when it moves super fast, it's form what we call waves. So when it's slow, it's visible. When it's fast, we can see it's blurry. And when it's super fast, it's become invisible to us, and technically it's from what we call wave. Scientists has named them wave. Yeah. And there's a lot of things that we are unable to see. A lot of waves that we are unable to see. We do know that it exists, don't we? We know it exists, but we are unable to see them. Right? Have you noticed that some materials we can see, but the electromagnetic waves, Wi-Fi waves, other types of waves are invisible to us? Yeah. So when it's moving super fast, very, very quick, it's from waves, and these waves, Wi-Fi waves, electromagnetic waves, is super fast, but we can see the microwave. We can see the microwave, but anyway, it's just play with word. You know what I mean? So we cannot see Wi-Fi wave, we cannot see all others height level of wave, but electromagnetic wave, but then and they become space to us. So that is a new definition of space and the new definitions of material. Okay, so when we resonance, so we have the word resonance of energy, vibrational frequency. Okay, so when we look at the movement, the speed of these particle, right, we can see when it's move slow, we can see still a little bit when it's move fast, but when it moves super fast, we are unable to see it anymore. Yeah, so why can we see some things and the other things we cannot see? There's a concept called the resonance of energy vibrational frequency. So resonance vibrational frequency. We have the term resonance. Resonance, energy vibrational frequency. Resonance, energy vibrational frequency. So every object emits its own energy vibrational frequency. We know that now. So if someone has vibrational energy, energy vibrational frequency that resonates with the particular object, so let's say this person here, the observer, okay, has the energy vibrational frequency that resonates with the observed objects is the ball, then this person, this observer, can see it. Otherwise, it will be invisible. So the space around the ball, the space around these objects is invisible to the observer, whereas the object is visible to the observer. Yeah? Okay. At any point you have any questions, please raise it up. Otherwise, if we go past it already, you might be able to miss a point. Right. So what is visible? We consider it material. While what is invisible, we consider it space. Okay. So therefore, we cannot hold on to what we cannot see. But let's change our perception here. Material can always exist or not exist. Like we said, okay, wave exists, but we cannot see them. Yeah, electromagnetic wave. Okay, we cannot see them. You cannot see it. Wi-Fi wave, we cannot see it, but it exists. Right. So because we resonate with what we perceive as material, because we resonate with what we think as material, so we can feel, we can perceive, we can see it. Yeah, we can see it. So materials, when we can see it, when we resonate with the energy vibrational frequency of the objects, we call it material. When we resonate with the energy vibrational frequencies of the objects, we call it space. We call it space. Okay, so now we change our understanding about materials. Yeah, what we resonate with. Okay, what our energy vibrational resonate with, we call it material. If we want to have, let's say, if we want to have happiness, we want to have peace, we want to have a good life, do we need to change the external world or not? Okay, now we understand this. Okay, we only need to change and elevate or lower our energy vibrational frequency. Or simply put, we just need to resonate with the energy vibrational frequency of the energy to become, to attain happiness, the energies of inner peace. Yeah. So if we change our if we change the way we think, the material is no longer just what we see. Okay. So from now on, if we want to have something, if we want to possess something or become something, we need to adjust our energy vibrational frequency to be in resonance with the things that we want to have, we want to attain, we want to possess. Okay. If our energy vibrational frequency is too low, let's elevate it. Okay. If it's energy vibrational frequency. Okay, thank you, cô Thủy. Okay. Energy vibrational frequency is too low, let's elevate it. And if it is too high, then we need to lower it down to match with the material we want to obtain or we want to attain. Yeah. So from now on, if we have something we want to possess, if we want to become something, become someone, we need to adjust our energy vibrational frequency to be in resonance. If it's too low, we elevate it. If it's too high, lower it. So if we accumulate good deeds and merit, we can easily adjust our energy vibrational frequency. Okay. Because high energy vibrational frequency not necessary to be good, and low is not necessary bad either, but it's all about resonance. It's all about resonance. Okay. There's a moment when the suffering in this society is not felt if we stand too high. And some people are born with relatively high energy vibrational frequency, so they can never feel the struggles of those surround them. And those with empathize deeply resonate, they have a different energy vibrational frequency. Yeah. So there's a moment when we cannot feel the pains of others. It's not because we are unaware of their pains, but because we are because we are not resonant with their energy vibrational frequencies. We just have differences in resonance. Okay. And when we change the way that we see, the way that we feel, the way that we sense things, we naturally be resonant with all the things that we want to achieve in life or the desirable outcomes. Let's say if someone is so poor and miserable, okay, and then they need to enrich themselves, need to accumulate more good deeds and merit. So if we are suffering and still want more material wealth, that means we are deplete our good deeds. So for those who already suffer, and for those who already have sufficient material wealth, okay, they can enrich in their immaterial aspects or non-material aspects and allow us to retain and increase our material wealth. So wisdom is also a form of material once we raise our energy vibrational frequency to the level to resonate with the energy vibrational frequency of wisdom. Okay. And so similar to joy, similar to inner peace. Okay. So resonant energy vibrational frequency is not only things that we can see anymore, but things that we see, okay, that we can felt, we seen, thing that we have seen, thing that we felt, thing that we can sense. Okay, sense. And out and how we observe the world. So our human perception is too limited by the term seeing, by the term touching, by the term feeling. Okay, those terms represent material in the normal way, but there's other types of perception such as feeling and sensing. So there's a seeing and there's a seeing, there's a feeling, and there's sensing. So whatever human sees defined as material. But some experts now suggest us to break away from that normal thinking. Stop thinking that way. Stop thinking that only what we can see is immaterial. Instead, consider that what we observe is not real. It depends on whether the observer and the observed object, the observer and the observed object have resonant energy, vibrational frequency or not. Yeah. Okay. So it depends on whether the observer and the observed object resonate with each other in terms of energy, vibrational frequency. If they resonate, then the object is visible to the observer. If it's not, then it is invisible and considers part of space. Okay, so resonance, energy, vibrational frequency. So the observer can see the observed objects because they resonate with the energy, vibrational frequency. Okay, and when we resonate with the energy vibrational frequency, we call it material. Materials. That means we could be able to, we can see them, we can feel them, we can sense them, sense. Now we can see, we felt, we could see, felt, or sensed. So how about happiness then? Is happiness material or spiritual? Is happiness materials or immaterial? Okay. Let me rephrase it. Is happiness material or space? What do you think? After we understand the concept of the new concept of material and space, okay, after we understand about the resonant energy vibrational frequency. Yes, go Kelly.
Yeah, thank you for calling me teacher. I think now because we have the new definition about space, I think happiness is material too. Yeah, because if someone can feel happiness, then they will resonate with their energy vibrational frequency of happiness. Thank you.
So with you is happiness. Happiness is material, yeah?
Yes, teacher.
Thank you. So throughout our life, for some people, happiness maintains a space. They are not fortunate as much as K02. Some people, doesn't matter how hard they tried, they're unable to be happy. Okay, or they unable to maintain the happiness in their life. And happiness is space for them because they do not resonate with the energy vibrational frequency of happiness. But if someone like K02 resonates with the energy vibrational frequency of happiness, then happiness is material to her. Yeah. So it might be invisible to many people, but sometimes you can feel that happiness is our bridge, and sometimes you can live in it. So you think that happiness exists in this world, it will be all down to your energy vibrational frequency. Okay. And yes, it does exist. If we have to answer the questions that if happiness exists or not, then yes, it does exist, because there's people like K02 and many other people, they can see it invisible in their life. Okay. Whereas others, they're unable to see it. At times in our life, we feel certain happiness, but other time, it's gone. It doesn't mean that it's not exist, but we just be out. We just no longer resonate with the energy vibrational frequency of happiness. That's all. So we either have to raise our energy vibrational frequency or lower our energy vibrational frequency, okay, in order to be happy, in order to experience things in our life that we want. Okay, and talk about experience, our experience in life. With experience, our experience in life only fall into three categories. It's either cosmos, or cosmic experience, okay, the world experience, or the human life experience. Okay, so humans may have this concept of consciousness. So we talk about something called the operating principle of consciousness. Okay, and that means that our life has three types of experiences: the cosmic experience, the world experience, and the human life experience. Okay. So what does it mean? What do they mean? Experiencing anything about human life, that it means we interact with people. You are sitting here, we are sitting here on Zoom together, you there, I'm here, we interacting on Zoom. Okay, we interacting with each other. You listen to me, okay, while I'm sharing this session. That is human life experience. Okay. How about experience about the world? That means when we start looking around us, we observe what is around us, we experience the world, things around us. Okay. Anything that's not related to human life. And cosmic experience, that means we observe the dimension of space, anything related to cosmic view, basically. Okay. And as within the journeys of our session, we are only looking at the human life experience. Okay, anything related to the world experience, the world view, we can look it up on Google. Nowadays we have ChatGPT, right? And anything related to the cosmos, ChatGPT, or sometimes be able to answer that as well. But otherwise, there's other different people already talk about it. So within our session, we only focus on human life experience. So all these experiences depend on our energy vibrational frequency that we have. The type of energy vibrational frequency we possess determine the natures of our experience about human life, about the world, about the cosmos. Right? And these days, do you feel that when you join Zoom, you naturally see the good in people here, you find a good quality in yourself? So that means you already raise your energy vibrational frequency. Okay, you already raise your energy vibrational frequency. Just too much space here. Okay, it's fine. Energy vibrational frequency. So our energy vibrational frequency have to experience the human life, the world, the cosmos. So we have with energy vibrational frequency, we have already talked about it. We know that there's a low energy vibrational frequency, there's a high energy vibrational frequency, and there's an ultra high energy vibrational frequency. So there are 3 different levels of energy vibrational frequency. Okay, when we observe someone with low energy vibrational frequency, it is evident that their experience with human life, with world view, with the cosmologies are unstable, especially their human life experience. They often feel that they are surrounded by bad people. So in terms of their own experience, they see the world as filled with sickness and disease within themselves, and their inner experience are filled with suffering, resentment. Okay. Upon reflection and observation, these individuals tend to attract undesirable. Okay. They attract undesirable event. They attract undesirable. Okay. With the on the other hand, the high energy vibrational frequency people, they experience human life, worldview, and cosmos are different. They tend to attract the good things in their life. So they attract desirable outcome in their life. Okay. And with the ultra high energy vibrational frequency people, there's why their material life is not very high, but their spiritual life is matched with an ultra high energy vibrational frequency, and that's very good. They transcend ordinary life. They don't cling to material existence as much. So they're not lacking like those with low or very low frequency. Okay, and people with low or very low energy vibrational frequency attract negativity and hardship, whereas, or in contrast, those with ultra high frequencies are expected and loved whenever they go, even though their material life is not abundant but enough for them. Yeah. So those with high energy vibrational frequency have good experience of the world, whereas the ultra high energy vibrational frequency people, they receive no undesirable nor desirable, and we call it neutral outcome, neutral experiences about life. Yeah. What's happened with my screen? Oh, Okay. Okay, so everyone get it to here? Any questions? Any questions? Okay, now we're gonna move on. Okay, so our energy vibrational frequency, okay, is also help if we have a good health. If we have good health, then it significantly help to raise our energy vibrational frequencies. In another word, if we maintain the good physicality, if our body stay in the good health, yeah, then technically our energy vibrational frequency emit outside will stay in the body. It's helped to raise our energy vibrational frequency from low to high or from high to ultra high. And that's why our organizations always focus on practice different kind of sport in order to help us to maintain the good health, the vitality in our body. Yeah. So people who do not realize that maintaining inner peace, joy, tolerance, and appreciation, gratitude, it can lead to a positive or lead to the high energy vibrational frequency. So when we initiate positive thought, okay, when we maintain gratitude, appreciation in our life, we'll be able to raise our energy vibrational frequency as well. Okay, and our energy vibrational frequencies is affected by our inner state. Our inner state. Okay. Our inner state. If we put it in full, is our inner electromagnetic in energy state. But here we put it short. But in long, okay, in full, it means our inner electromagnetic energy state. But here we just keep it simple. So we saying it is our inner state, and our inner state have three different categories. Either is in negative, we either have negative inner state, we have positive inner state, or we have balanced inner state. Okay, either positive, negative, or balanced. Okay, from negative to positive, we have to go past balance, but balance is equivalent to ultra high energy vibrational frequency. So when you be able to keep the balanced inner state, that is when you live in inner peace, you live in tolerance, you live in appreciation and gratitude towards other people. Okay, so when you be able to do that, okay, you are at the ultra high energy vibrational frequency. Okay, when you be able to keep yourself in balance. Otherwise, it's highly recommend to be staying in balance to positive inner state. Okay, and if we maintain the inner peace, tolerance, appreciation, and gratitude in our life, we be able to maintain the balance to positive inner state. Okay, be able to maintain that. And how can we be able to raise our inner state? Then in the previous session, or in the previous topic, we already talked about good deed and merit. So by accumulating good deed and merit, accumulating good deed, accumulating merit, then that will help to raise our inner state, to change our inner state from negative to balanced and positive. Basically, we transform into the new human being if we be able to accumulate good deeds and merit, enough good deed and merit in our life. Okay. So our energy vibrational frequency creates based on this. Okay, based on our inner mind and bodies. In other words, it depends on the state of our electromagnetic vibration of our inner mind. Okay, that creates our energy vibrational frequency, and that state we call is inner state. Inner state. So the current human bodies is not truly. If you do not have the healthy body, then it doesn't matter how high your inner state is, how balanced or positive your inner state is. When you have the weak body, the energy emitted outside will be lower. Okay? So that's why if we be able to maintain the balanced or positive inner state and then exercise, maintain the healthy body, then when the energy emit outside, we will have either ultra high to high energy vibrational frequency. Okay, and with Kang, for example, he has been running for he already ran 21 kilometers, which proof that he have a very healthy and good body, and that's also show that he will probably have either ultra high or high energy vibrational frequency, which help him to avoid all the struggles in life, and he be able to attract all the desirable outcomes into his life. Okay, and we have, so if someone struggle with understanding the inner being and determined to stick with what they know, then they should switch to the transformative physical exercise class. They learn to swim, learn to run, and improve their health. After about a month, then they return to the inner being classes. They will immediately notice the difference. And this method is quite selective, because if your physical health is too weak, you cannot understand. Unless someone is too weak and has no other path but to focus only on their inner being. Okay, so it's better to start to you be able to feel better within a few days by exercise or joining into other health classes in the organization. Yeah, and also our inner state is affected, influences by our inner awareness. Our inner awareness. With awareness, we have three types of awareness. Okay, if you notice that when you were born, you type to have good health. You tend to have good health. Majority of us, okay, unless those unfortunate. For those who unfortunate, we don't count them in. But the majority of us, when we was born, most of us quite healthy, don't we? And that means we have awareness. We have awareness of health. But then, on the process of growing up, we have awareness of health. On the process of growing up, somehow we lost that awareness of health, and we get sick, we have so many problems, we have so many illness appears. That is when we do not have any awareness. Sorry, I should have put it in another page. So this is only awareness, not in awareness. Anyway, so this is for awareness. And now we'll be able to learn this knowledge. We'll be able to fulfill our awareness. If you join the health classes, you'll be able to even raise your awareness to fulfill the awareness. Okay. And if you fulfill your awareness, then if you have awareness, then you you have reality. And when you fulfill your awareness, you keep that reality stable. Okay? So we can say that have awareness come reality. Have awareness come to reality, and fulfilled awareness stable reality. What did Colin said earlier? Lasting reality, or lasting reality. Reality. Okay, it is stable or lasting reality. Okay. Lasting reality. Actually, lasting reality is better. Lasting reality. Fulfill awareness, lasting reality. Have awareness, come reality. Fulfills awareness, lasting reality. Okay. Now we understand about the material and space. We have another term relating to these topics we call time. I'm gonna go quickly as well, so we can finish this full topic in here. So we understand the material elements when the energy vibrational frequencies is in resonance. Yeah. Now let's move on to the element of time. This is when we talk about time. When we talk about time, we often think it as what has passed, what is in present, what is in the future. Yeah. Well, when we talk about time, we often think of things already past, okay, and what we are currently present, okay, and our future. But if we understand it that way, then if we dividing time into past time, present time, and future time, then we technically looking at this words as every time is fixed. Then we're looking at time is fixed because we're unable to change the past, we unable to do anything at the future because it's fixed. Let's say when we are born and grow up until now, we are aware that a day has 24 hours, a month has an average of 30 days, and a year has 365 days. So a human lifespan about 80 to 100 years. and we looking at time based on our experience of the past, present, and future. So if we see it that way, then time is fixed. Okay, time is fixed. But let's examine it again, thinking about it, observe it again. How much time do we actually spend in the present? Not much, because most of our time is spent dwelling on the past and the future. And as a result, people today deceived by time and cannot control their lives. So we regret the past, we are uncertain about the futures, and we cannot control the present because we are not truly living in it. And consequently, the result is that the person's life cannot be controlled. The past is gone and cannot be changed, but the future is uncertain, and the present is not lived. So ultimately, people cannot control their lives. How do you feel about hearing that? A person's life cannot be controlled, and we can forget about trying to master it, okay? So, currently, human time is constrained. As a result, the whole world says that time is very harsh. People would exchange any amount of money for more time. So let's change that. Let's change all of that, shall we? Fortunately and blessedly for us, okay, our teachers have provided us with a very special awareness. Okay. He said that time is not fixed. Time is not fixed. Okay. Time is not fixed. It depends on the energy vibrational frequency at different points in space, which determine time. Okay. Time is not fixed. It depends on the energy vibrational frequencies at different points in space, which determine time. So, it is that today energy vibrational frequency. With determined time. So when we were born, our energy vibrational frequency is relatively low, and when we grow up, our energy vibrational frequencies increase until it reached the peak. Then it starts to decline again and gradually lowered until the day we lie down and completely pass away. So just like the beginning. So it is the growth phase and the aging phase of a person. Yeah. So people have studied, and so now when we're thinking about time, it is what we experience. It's no longer what the past, the present, the future, but is what we experienced. We have experienced what we are experiencing as is in, and what we not yet experienced. So it's all about our experience of time, not the past, present, and future anymore. Okay. And time is not fixed at all. Time is not fixed. This is our energy vibrational frequencies at certain point in space. Okay, and it's down to what we experience, what we're experiencing, and what we not yet experience. So, we have people have studies and discovered that time is not fixed. So because it's not fixed, there's a term for it, that we have the sense of time. We have the sense of times. Okay, and we have the value of time. The sense of time and the value of time. So the sense of time is when our energy vibrational frequency is high, Then the center of times we experience is feel fast. Okay, it's high, so it's feel fast.